Hi guys, so I've been getting a lot of comments and a lot of private messages to give details on the resort that we stayed at in Playa del Carmen. So I wanted to do more detailed video to try to give you a little bit more tips and tricks before you go and you decide to go there. Now, please keep in mind this is my experience. I did travel with a group. It was a total of 8 rooms and we were about 15 people, so the experience is going to be a little bit different than if you're just traveling there with your significant other. I have good experiences and I have some things that we didn't like any travel, nothing's gonna go perfect, but I will cover all of that. There might be a part 2. Let's see how it goes. Okay, so the resort is called the Grand Riviera Princess. We flew into Cancun, Mexico airport, and once you get there, there's going to be taxis, there's going to be shuttles that they're all going to be like, hey, pick me. And we went with this shuttle service that is like $50, and it was a van and it fit about 8 of us. And it was for a 40 to 45 minute drive from the airport to the resort. So it wasn't bad, we just split the cost. And once you get to the resort, now I suggest this. When you go to these resorts, don't go sightseeing right away. Go from the airport straight to the hotel, because the check-in process is going to take a while, at least in my experience. It took us like over 30 minutes to check in just one room, and I don't understand why, because the front desk had computers, it had a software, but yet they wanted us to write everything down to then type it into the system. However, we already had previously booked everything online, so it should have transferred and be ready in the system. Plus, I used to work in the hospitality business, and I know that if you have a group of people, you should have been prepared and do all the necessary to pre-check in your group, so when they arrive is a smooth, easy checking and your keys are ready and all of that. That didn't happen. So I suggest, from the airport, just go straight in. Now let's talk about cost real quick, because I know that is one of the main questions, and I have my notes here, so bear with me. We stayed 5 days, 4 nights. Now keep in mind, this was during the holidays in Christmas season, so it might be a little bit more expensive. You have to go online and see, the price may vary. So we stayed in the deluxe junior suite, and the way that the resort is, the rooms are actually facing the pool. I think, at least in our building. Let me show you. I found actually a map of the resort. Let's see if I can put it without the ring light. Okay, so as you can see, the resort is pretty massive and it has access to the beach. I know that is one of the questions, so I will cover that later on. And our room was running for like $235 US a night. So for those 4 nights, you're looking at $945. Now, it is an all-inclusive, so you're going to book your flight as well with that. So that's gonna run you an additional $200, $300 depending on the season. So you may be looking at a total of $1,200 to $1,400 to stay in an all-inclusive resort in Mexico. Now, I don't think that this was the one of the expensive ones. They are others. We did choose this one because they allow kids. We were going to go to another resort, but that one was an adults only resort, so we had to switch to this one. We were there for a birthday for my uncle, and he had the deluxe junior suite swim out, which is basically the same room, but when you go to the balcony section, it has an open area with stairs, and you walk right into the swimming pool. It has walls on the sides, so you have semi privacy, but it's not that you have your own section of pool. Anybody in that building, because the pool kind of wraps around the building, so anybody can swim by and look into your room and all of that. So it's not like those villas that you see that you have your own little private pool. Now, what we decided to do was to save a little bit of money. Since we were in a group, we had regular rooms for the rest of the people, and I think it was one or two rooms had swim outs. And we basically all gathered in one room and just used the balcony and were able to swim in and out. And we were all in the same building. So if you want to cut costs and you're in a group, that was a really good idea. It worked for us. So yeah, so once you get into the hotel and you check in, then you take a trolley, because you can walk to the building, but some of the buildings are very far away. So they have trolley services where you leave your luggage at the front in the lobby, and they will bring your luggage to your room later on. You go in the little cart and they drive you to your building. From there you find your room, and once you go in there, then they bring the luggage. And once they bring the luggage, you're set to go. You're free to roam around and whatnot. The cleanliness of the hotel was spot on. It was very, very clean. That was one of the things that I really, really admired about this place. In the mornings, I would like to, walk about. And if you wake up early and you walk around the premises, you are going to see employees every single morning in that pool cleaning the floors. They pressure wash them every single morning, and it was pretty nice to see that during the COVID season they are taking all the precautions to make sure that everything is clean at all times. The hallways, there are people like in the pool areas that are the swim outs actually scrubbing the stair and the little chair that you sit on and everything. So that was really nice to see. Yes, they have measures and you have to wear a mask while you are walking about the resort. And if you're not in your room and you're in like public areas. The resort has animals. They are wild animals. They have one that I forgot the name. It's kind of looks like a little lemur. It had I think I saw agoutis. It had spider monkeys. It has cats everywhere, and I even saw deers on the premise. So they ask for people not to feed them because they are wild animals. They don't attack, and you can get close to them, and some of them will come to you, but the majority just run off. So they don't even, they're so used to people, you know. Well, with that said, the monkeys do go into your room. So if you have a balcony, keep it close because they go into your room and they just do a party in there. So if you want your belongings to stay in your room, close the door. Now, the resort has a lot. There are pools everywhere. So that of you being in a crowded pool, that's not going to happen. Our little section of the swim out was almost all for ourselves the entire time. So that of bumping into people or being scared of being in the water during COVID with a massive amount of people in the pool, just not gonna happen. Close to the buildings, the path is really easy. It has a walkout to the beach. Now, the beach, I wasn't too fond of. I'm an island girl. You know, if you've seen my previous videos, you know I come from Puerto Rico. So like my expectation of the beach was big, but I was told by a family member that has been to Cancun before that closer to the Cancun area, the water is much cleaner and more blue than what we had in Playa del Carmen section. So maybe that could be why I didn't find it so wow. The water was pretty murky, and it did had a lot of algae, so that could be a factor. What I didn't like was seagulls. They are a lot of seagulls. Oh my gosh. And people kept bringing food. And listen, eat in your room. Don't bring it to the beach, because I saw about 3 or 4 people. These seagulls are vicious and they will swoop in and take your food. And I saw like 4 burgers lost in action. They came in, they took the burgers, and even took it from a little girl. She was crying. I feel so bad. I said, oh my gosh, I feel like buying her a burger, but her mom was there, so I let her handle it. But yeah, don't eat in the beach, because there is over 100 seagulls that are going to attack you and take your food, and there goes your money. There is a volleyball net to play, and the cabanas. And there's a bar also, and if you take the platinum package, I think, you know, for the rich and famous, then there is 2 other beach access areas that maybe are more private and less crowded, but the main beach area for the rest of us is actually very, very crowded. So get there early and make sure you find your spot. The cabanas, if you want a massage, okay, and they offer massages at the spa and they offer massages at the beach. Thank God I did not take the beach massage, because when I got to the beach, I saw the cabana where they were giving the massages. If you think that you're going to be taking this relaxing massage and this beautiful cabana, and you're going to relax with the sounds of the waves and the seagulls in the background, then you are sadly mistaken, because the cabana is, oh, well, welcome to the Netherlands, where there is a weather change and the sun and clouds are crazy. So yeah, so you're not going to relax, because the cabanas are right when you walk into the beach area, next to the bar, next to the pool net, the volleyball net, next to the people that are tanning and the kids that are playing. So you are going to hear the seagulls fighting for the food of other people, the kids screaming and playing, the volleyball hopefully doesn't get to your cabana and hits you while you're getting a massage, and the people that are getting hammered at the bar. So yes, it's not going to be relaxing. However, if you go to the actual spa, it's amazing. The spa was really beautiful, it was relaxing, and it was worth every penny. I did the couples massage with my husband, and we had a jacuzzi and everything, so it was great. You get an hour of hydrotherapy where you get to use the pool and the jacuzzi. This is private for the spa, and they give you some pre-therapy before your massage. It was really, really good. So if you can do the spa, it's worth it. Go ahead. Now, there is activities at the hotel. A lot of activities. There's archery, there's entertainment, there are shows. They are, just to put it simply, There are 7 to 8 restaurants in this resort, and there are 17 bars. Okay, they will make sure that you're drinking at all times. And yes, it is all inclusive. You can drink. Is it top shelf alcohol? I didn't see any, but you're on vacation, you're gonna get hammered anyway, so who cares? Now, restaurants. It is very confusing because they have 2 buffet areas, and at night they switch to become restaurants. This is separate from the other 5 restaurants. Okay, so it's 7 total. I don't even know where to begin with food because I was kind of disappointed. Now, I grew up with Mexican culture. I grew up eating Mexican food. My expectation for Mexican food was up here. Now, if you tell me I am going to Mexico, where this food actually comes from, I am going to expect it. My expectation is here. I'm going to expect it to be over here. Okay? It was here. I don't know what happened, but there was, I think, one buffet that had the closest to authentic Mexican cuisine. And that is the buffet closest to the lobby. So go to that one if you go to this resort, and I am saving you. You're welcome. From finding the buffet that has the best food. So that one is the best. We actually ended up just going to that one like 3 or 4 times because it was the one that had the best food. The rest of the food, the steakhouse had good steak. That was good. I think the guy by the pool. Ooh, if you see the guy by the pool doing the hamburgers and the chicken and all this other food, whatever they're grilling by the pool, go there. The hamburgers, super good. Chicken, everything was on point. That is a good tip. Go to those guys. They're amazing. Now, I don't know. I don't know if they just changed the flavor for tourists and they don't want it to be too spicy or what. I don't know. But listen, if the resort is saying this, take a piece of advice. If tourists go to Mexico, they are looking for the Mexican experience. We want Mexican food as authentic as it comes. That is what we are paying for. Deliver. And unfortunately, on the food front, they didn't. But if you go to downtown Playa del Carmen, then there you might get authentic Mexican food and have a better food experience than at the resort. But you can be picky. It's an all-inclusive and you can eat at all times. So weigh your options, right? Now, talking about the guys by the pool, right? They are amazing. So the employees in this place are spectacular. From the housekeepers to the restaurant crew to the pool activity guys to the spa people, the gym, the guys that coordinate the activities, the entertainment because they have live music at nights, the performers for the shows because they have a theater, everybody, like the bartenders, they are amazing. They are so friendly. They really go out of their way to help you with anything that you need, anything that you want. They are there and they will try their best to accommodate you, which that is what an all-inclusive resort should be. Okay, now I did not mention front desk staff, and not because they're not nice. They were nice and they're very polite. However, it was a little bit difficult, and from the management perspective, administration. So, and this I think will only apply to my situation because we were in a group. So, what happened was that we brought 8 rooms to this resort. So, we brought, a good amount of business. And when my aunt reserved the room, um, she had prepared with the reservation that everybody was going to get a welcome basket in their room, right? To make it special. It was a special occasion. We were there for his 50th birthday. So she wanted everything to be like super nice and, like very welcoming and all of that. So when we got to the rooms, nobody had welcome baskets. She mentioned it, and the management were like, oh, well, if we can do it, we do it. If we can't do it, we don't do it. She's like, but that was part of the package. That was part of the whole, deal of bringing so many rooms to you. The next thing that happened was that for his birthday, the day of, she wanted something special delivered to the room. That didn't happen neither. So that was disappointing. Then I didn't know that she had done that. So I went ahead on my own and reached out to the staff of the office to see if they can deliver something on mine and my husband's behalf to his room. And they didn't do that either. I got no response, nothing. So we were there for a special occasion, and we asked all of this for that occasion, and nothing happened. And when we asked or for an explanation, they weren't able to answer it. So it was very like, oh well, we couldn't accommodate that for you. We're sorry, and that was it. No, we'll send you something now, we'll give you something in exchange, or we'll give you a discount at the spa, whatever, whatever to compensate a group that brought to you 8 rooms. That's a lot of money, especially for an all-inclusive resort. So I would think that you would do something to keep that business coming and have good reviews and all of that, but nothing. Also, very important, the resort has an app. As soon as you check in and they give you your keys, download the app, because this app, you have to do everything through it. And when I'm talking about everything, is everything. You want to go to the spa, you need to make an appointment through the app. You want to go to the gym, you have to make an appointment through the app. Although the gym and the spa, because it's individual reservations, you could do it with the concierge at the lobby. But if you want to go eat at any of the restaurants for dinner, you have to book a reservation through the app. They do not have group reservations, which was the next issue that we had, because to coordinate 15 plus people is very, very hard. And we went to the lobby and we said, okay, we want to eat at this particular restaurant. This is the amount of people that I have, and we want to see if you guys can book us at the same time, on the same day, a full table, right? We're here for a birthday, so we want to stick together. And they would not do it. I don't understand why you couldn't make a reservation for us as a group. So we literally had to sit there, and we played it smart, because thank God that we requested that on the first day and we knew what was going to happen the rest of the days. So we're like, okay, let's play it smart. We grabbed everybody's cell phone. We downloaded the app because the reservation has to be per room and the amount of people staying in that room. And then the restaurant will tell you that there's like 14 or 20 spaces available, right? And you have to make sure that you lock it in right away, because if it's a group of you and it's 15 and they have only 14 spaces, there goes the dinner. You can't go that day if you want to stick all together, because one person will not be able to attend and they will not accommodate you for an extra person. They were very strict about that. They put their foot down. They're like, no is no, and we're not going to, work with you. And which was very shocking for a big resort like this, that you are not really catering to these groups. And that was a pretty big flaw there. So whether you want to go to the gym, restaurants, activities as well, everything, you have to put it in the app. So that is very, very important. Do it the first day, get it over with. Plan your meals for the entire stay of in the resort on the first day. That way you get it out of the way and you have your plans of what you want to do and where you're going to eat every night. There was also a casino, and that was closed because of COVID. So I was pretty bummed about that. The spa, the sauna was closed as well. The pool was open surprisingly, and all the pools, but I guess because they dunk massive amount of chlorine, so they're like, okay, we'll kill the bacteria. So hey, something. There's actually a sports bar. The sports bar was really, really good. And oh, food. The sports bar has a really good burger, according to my brother-in-law. So if you are at the sports bar and it's late and you want to order some food, go ahead and order the burger. According to him, it's good, and he does know about food. So what else? It was a lot. It has shops. It has shops inside the resort. Do I recommend going to the shops? No, I do not. Why? Because a slipper that is $15 in the US, they wanted to charge about $52. So is it worth it? Really? No. But then again, it's an all-inclusive resort. They are going to overprice things because they know that the people that probably are coming to these resorts are there and to spend money and can afford it, and they're going to take advantage of that. So yeah. Talking about money, tips. Please, if you see your housekeeper, the people at the spa, anybody that helps you individually, servers, give the money to them on their hand. Because if you leave it at the front desk, or leave it for another employee to give it to them, I think that either they don't give it to them or they take a percentage from their tip. So I don't know why, because they're amazing and they work really, really hard. So I was bummed about that. But yeah, one of the employees did tell me that does happen, and he or she, because I don't want to disclose the person's identity, told me that they were really grateful that we actually were giving the tips personally to them on their hand, because otherwise they either don't get it or they get less. So please do give them tips, and because they work very hard and they are super, super nice. Let's see what else. I think we have covered the majority of the things. They do have COVID testing on premises. We did not do the COVID testing with them because it was more expensive. We actually had a contact that did it, but they cannot come inside the hotel, So they met us outside in the front of the hotel. So we just had to walk out of the to the main road and did it in their car. Like it looked like, really sketchy, but no, it is a certified lab. You do get your certificate. They were really fast about it. We communicate with WhatsApp, so you not get charged long distance. So if you want that info, I will have to get it from my uncle, but let me know if you are interested in that, and I will pass on the information. They have a medical center also in premises, so if you get sick, go to the front desk. They will assist you. What else? Taxi services. They have taxi services to take you back to the airport, or the same shuttle people that you book in the airport, you can also book your return trip back to the airport. They will come and pick you up at the resort. So that is convenient. And also you can book a taxi and they will take you to Playa del Carmen downtown, which is where we saw the Danza de los Voladores, which I posted in a previous video. So if you want to take a look at that, it was really nice. And they will drop you off, and then you'd say, okay, pick me up in 3 hours, and they will come back and pick you up in 3 hours at the same meeting point, and that way you have a safe trip going there and coming back. So I think that's it. I think I covered a lot. This definitely is gonna be more than part one. So yeah, I hope that you guys liked all the tips and tricks and the review of the hotel. Overall, it was a great experience. It was my first time in an all-inclusive hotel slash resort, and I really like it. It was very relaxing. They do have everything for you not to have to leave the premises. So we constantly travel, and sometimes it gets exhausting when you go and you stay in a hotel, but you are going to different areas. So once in a while, it's nice to go to this type of resorts where it is literally full relaxation, and you just enjoy your day, you tan, you drink, you have fun, and that's it. Sometimes you do need those type of vacations, so I do recommend it. Yeah, so if you like it, leave a comment. If you have questions, leave a comment, and I will answer it. And I hope that if you do go, have fun, enjoy, drink a lot, and yeah, keep traveling. Bye.